Yo, Divalez, Chicago Podcast Summit.
Chicago Podcast Summit, please.
Chicago Podcast Summit.
Chicago Podcast Summit.
Chicago Podcast Summit.
The Chicago Podcast Summit.
Chicago Podcast Summit.
Chicago Podcast Summit.
Chicago Podcast Summit.
What's up? It's Pamp. If you haven't heard about it, Chicago Podcast Summit.
Chicago Podcast Summit.
Chicago Podcast Summit.
Chicago Podcast Summit.
Well, yo, what's the case, man? This is your homeboy Bear, who represented 305 and the 77 Tree all day, all night. Chicago Podcast Summit.
Chicago Podcast Summit.
What up? It's the heavy hitter DJ Nonstop, and this is the Chicago Podcast Summit.
What's up? It's your boy Los LOS from the Flavor Podcast. You are listening and watching the Flavor Podcast.
We're back. We didn't change.
But Chicago pizza or New York pizza?
Oh, I'm with Chicago pizza all day. Well, that's
Tom.
White Tom.
Because I like chasing the man or the rats.
The rats. Can you put your finger up for a second? Like this? Up like this, like you're about to point. What's up? It's your boy Los LOS from the Flavor Podcast. You are listening and watching the Flavor Podcast.
We're back. We didn't change.
But Chicago pizza or New York pizza?
Oh, I'm with Chicago pizza all day. Well, that's
Tom.
White Tom.
Because I like chasing the man or the rats.
The rats. Can you put your finger up for a second? Like this? Up like this, like you're about to point something.
Oh.
So this is going to be... What's up? It's your boy Los LOS from the Flavor Podcast. You are listening and watching the Flavor Podcast. Yo, it's a beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon. The sun is shining. The bandera is going on right now. But I'm in here. But I'm in here for a reason. I'll let you guys know later on. We have a special guest who's going to be here with us. That's going to be dropping some gems and teaching you guys something. But right now, wait a second. There's also somebody missing. Where is Liz? Liz, you know what? She just can't be here today. But she sends her love. She'll be here next time, and she'll be giving big hugs to all the viewers that are watching her. And remember, you can also watch her on her TikTok. She's always on there, so you can always watch her there. But right now, we're going to get into Hot Topics. So our hot topic is something that got me upset today that I just learned from my employee, my guy, Gregory. And you know what? You guys hate I hate that I talk politics sometimes because it bothers me. But I got to speak on this one because it's just like Gregory said. I know you don't want to talk politics, but you need to know about this one. So he was right. The Justice Department just backed out. Wait a second. They're being sued, actually. They have a lawsuit because the administration is backing out of Hispanic grants. So if you're Latino and you're depending on some grants coming through to get you through college or whatever it is, this administration is not allowing it anymore. They're taking their money and putting it somewhere else. They do not want to help out the Hispanic people. That got me upset. Look, it got me so upset I can't even speak right now. Because we look for those things. You know, we want to put our kids through college. We don't have that money all the time to put our kids through college. And right now the grants are they were allocated, it says, but now they're just pulling the money back. So the funding is no longer going to be there. They're suing because they're saying it's unconstitutional. The money was already allocated to go to the Hispanic organizations to help out kids to go to college or whatnot. But they're changing their minds now. They're saying, no, sorry, you guys are not getting anything. So that is one of the hot topics, which I'm going to lay off now because, as you see, I'm getting upset. So we can get off of that and go to the next hot topic, which is funny, and I need it funny in my life, which is Cardi B. Cardi B, oh my God, have you seen her in her court case? So she has a court case where she supposedly hit or beat up her own bodyguard, which is crazy because how can you beat up your own bodyguard? So she's saying that her bodyguard is lying. Her bodyguard is 10 times bigger than her, whatnot. She was pregnant. She was pregnant at the time, and there was no way that she beat up her bodyguard. So just listen in. I'm gonna play right here.
And this girl's about because I'm pregnant, and this girl's about beat my. Hello.
Cardi B getting agitated on this second day on the witness stand during cross-examination by the plaintiff's attorney and the case surrounding a civil suit filed against the Grammy Award-winning rapper accusing her of assault. Cardi B arguing. Security guard Imani Ellis was trying to record her entering her OBGYN's office in Beverly Hills in 2018 while she was visibly pregnant. Cardi B saying she and the security guard had a heated argument and she feared it could have escalated into something much more dangerous.
Are you disabled? Yes or no?
At that moment, when you're pregnant, I'm very disabled. You want me to tell you things I can't do?
Fine. What was your disability on February 24th of 2018? What was your disability?
I was pregnant. I couldn't protect myself, even if I wanted to. She's like twice my size.
No problem. You used the F word during that fight, didn't you?
Yes.
What other words did you use? Tell us in your own words what you said.
I said, on my face. Why are you in my face? Why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security?
Tell it to her now. Go ahead.
Huh?
Say it again. Say it, Jackson, Your Honor.
You want me to say it to her face?
I want you to tell it to her face what you said on that day so she can hear it for herself.
Objection is sustained. Ellis arguing during her testimony that Cardi B attacked and assaulted her during the altercation, striking her on her head, face, and body, spat on her, shouted racial slurs, and claims the rapper got her fired from her job. Ellis also claims the rapper's long fingernails caused cuts on her face that required plastic surgery.
The whole incident was super traumatizing for me. She did a lot that day.
Cardi B maintaining she never touched Ellis.
You didn't hit her?
No.
Did you take a swing at her?
No.
Cardi B saying she made some brief remarks about Ellis on social media, accusing her of lying about the incident purely to get money.
He's trying to get some money.
Who's trying to get some money?
She is.
How do you know that?
Because she sued me for $24 million.
So that is bananas. As you guys see, the bodyguard and her, she was 5 months pregnant. So, yeah, I don't think she was trying to fight this bodyguard. So that lawsuit's going on, but she's being really, really funny in court. People are laughing. Even the judge is laughing. You guys know I don't listen to Cardi B, but once in a while, she's funny, so I bring it out, and this was hilarious. So today, that was your hot topic. We'll be back with our guests in 5, 4, 3, 2 after this commercial break. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Los from the Flavor Podcast. Did you know that a research study, Rashi, has been shown to have anti-cancer properties, anti-tumor effects? It helps detox the body and regulates the immune system. Whether your immune system needs to be controlled or boosted, Gano can help you there. And natural coffee that changes people's lives. Get your daily dose of 150 antioxidants in 1 cup while enjoying the flavor of this beautiful coffee. Natural coffee never tasted this good. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy. We are back. We are back. And I got to say this. I got to re-say something about that security guard or bouncer or whatever it was. It was not her own bodyguard. It was the bodyguard or the bouncer or security from the clinic. So that's where we're at. That's it. All right, cool. All right. So right now I'm going to introduce your guest for today. She comes by the way of Italy. No, she doesn't.
I wish.
But I did drive her here in a limo. No, she didn't get that either. Her name is Samantha Alvarez. What's up, Samantha?
Woo, what's up? Thank you for having me, Los.
Oh, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for saying yes.
My pleasure. The honor is truly mine. Thank you so much.
No, you know what I do here. We interview entrepreneurs that are doing a great thing and giving back to the community at the same time. Not just pulling from them, but also giving back. And you qualify, and that's why you're on this show today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So happy to be here. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited.
Awesome, awesome. So tell the people a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, so like you said, my name is Samantha Alvarez. I am the founder and creative director of Inspirate Marketing Co. I own a digital marketing, events, and PR firm. I've been around for a couple of years, and we are ever growing. And yeah, I love what I do. Chicago native, born and raised from both Humboldt Park and Hermosa. And I love to create and I love to serve. So that's a little bit of who I am and what I do.
Okay. So you do also events, right?
I do events, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What kind of events you do?
So I do events that are geared towards women, specifically towards women, but just events that really bring women together, women entrepreneurs, women of color specifically. I lead an event movement called Inspirate Nights. I'm in the process of rebranding that, actually, and rebranding the name. But Inspirate Nights is a movement that brings women of color, all women truly, but like women of color specifically, right? Women from all walks of life, women entrepreneurs specifically, to really empower them and encourage them to go all in, whether it's their business, living their best life. So it's a night of inspiration to encourage and inspire women to be the best versions of themselves and to grow and flourish in any way that it looks the best for them. So that's my signature event that I do. Led our first one last year. It was an incredible, powerful, impactful time, and looking forward to growing it in the coming year. So yeah, that's my signature event.
So you said you come from you're Puerto Rican and you're something else?
And Honduran.
Honduran.
Yes,
okay.
From Honduras.
So who's Puerto Rican and who's Honduran?
So my dad is Puerto Rican. So he's first generation. So my grandparents, they moved from Puerto Rico in the 50s to Chicago, planted in Humboldt Park. So my dad's the Boricua, he's the Puerto Rican, and my mom is from Honduras. Okay. So that's where I get both sides from. So they met here in the late 80s and had me. So yeah.
So do you have brothers? You have sisters?
I have a younger sister and a younger brother. So I am the oldest of three.
Okay.
So we're all a year apart. So yeah. So people are like, oh my God. So I just turned 34. My sister will be 33. My brother's 32. So like back to back. Our parents, they wasted no time. So we're all back to back. But I do have a younger sister and younger brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to give them a shout out?
Yeah. All right. Denise and Daniel. Love y'all. I'm so proud of them and who they are and what they're doing.
Awesome. So, what high school did you go to?
I went to Lane Tech. That's where I went. I graduated 2009. So I went to Lane Tech High School. I actually got accepted to Walter Payton High School. Okay. So I'm really smart.
Yeah,
okay. I'm real smart.
I was about to say that.
Okay. I'm a real smart cookie. But I didn't have I didn't take the opportunity to go. And looking back on it, I'm like, I wish that I would have, but then again, who knows what my life would have looked like.
I'm going to ask you, but why not? You don't want to take a train downtown?
Well, I think it was, definitely accessibility, you know, like I lived in Hermosa, in the neighborhood Hermosa at the time, right? And so, accessibility coming all the way from Fullerton and Pulaski, right? Going all the way to Old Town, I'm a girl in Chicago, and, my dad is from Chicago and knows these streets, so traveling, going, that's that could scare any inner city parent, So definitely accessibility. And I was like, I guess, at the time, I was 14, young, I just had there was fear attached to it where looking back, if I didn't have those fears, I could have totally did it, and who knows what my life would have looked like if I went to Walter Payton. But I don't believe in coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. Right. And I met incredible people at Lane Tech that really helped to shape my trajectory. So no regrets. I have no regrets.
So any clubs in high school?
So I yes, very briefly. So I was a part of very briefly. It was called the Association of Boricuas in Chicago. Okay. ABC was the club, and it was a salsa club.
All right. Okay.
So
shout out to ABC.
Shout out to ABC if they're still around. I don't know if they're still around.
Well, there's somebody watching it. There was an ABC. Right.
Yes.
You go, girl.
One of my good girlfriends. She was. She was. I think one of the leaders. One of the leaders of ABC, and I was in it very briefly. But I'm a church girl, so I was like, I was really committed to my stuff. The work that I was doing at the church. So I was like, well, as much as I love salsa and I love dancing and I loved, I loved all of that, I felt like my obligations, I had different priorities then. So I stepped away, but I'm a salsera at heart. I love to dance salsa. So I get my dancing in when I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any other clubs?
I don't think so.
No?
I kind of I laid low. It was like a low pro. You know what? I will say it wasn't a club, but because I sing. I'm a singer.
Okay.
So I was in the advanced choir.
You shouldn't tell me that.
I'm listen. If you want me, I could sing.
I can sing.
I can sing.
I can sing. Maybe a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
But no, I was in the advanced choir. I wasn't my junior and senior year. Definitely my senior year. But I was a part of the advanced choir at Lane. But yeah, I wasn't so involved in clubs and stuff like that, But I had a good experience. Lane Tech was a good experience. Like I said, no regrets.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what grammar school did you come from?
I went to Jose de Diego.
Old Thule.
Old Thule. That's right. The Old Thule High School. So I went to Jose de Diego Community Academy. I went there from kindergarten through 8th grade. So, went there all my grammar school years. And so in the city in Humboldt Park, it's like right there, Bucktown, like Humboldt Park, it's like creeping in there,
definitely.
But still it's predominantly, the majority of students that went there were Puerto Rican. I grew up going with my cousins, my family. So many of us, we went there, we graduated from there, right? So my family, we have strong, roots in the Humboldt Park community. So I grew up there and graduated from there. And, I was an honor roll student, like I was actually the
Of course you were.
Of course I was. Of course I was.
Lane brain here.
I know. Of course I was. But man, I did fell off. Like when I went to Lane, I was an honor roll student. All through grammar school. And then when I went to Lane, I kind of fell off. Like I wasn't as strong of a student as, as I could have been. But, but hey, I graduated all good,
Lane, secretly, everybody wanted to go to Lane.
I guess. I hear you, and again, I'm grateful. I got accepted into 2 selective enrollment schools,
Great schools.
Yeah.
Great school,
Really great schools.
Shout out to my Sandra Barrios that got into Lane, and she was ecstatic. I remember those days. What's the mascot?
Oh, we're the Indians.
Indians,
The
that's right,
Indians. Yep, we're the
Is it still the
Indians.
Indians?
Yeah, I think so.
They haven't changed
I don't
it
think they
around
changed it because of the right. I don't think so. I don't think they have. So from what I've seen, I think they still are. So yeah, I think so.
Okay. So you want to play a game?
Let's do it.
Let's play a game.
All right.
All right. So this game is called This or That.
Okay. All right.
All right. So this game is played for the people that don't know. You're gonna pick this or that.
Okay.
And answer why you're picking that.
Okay. All right.
So the first question might be a little goofy.
Okay.
It is goofy.
All right.
It's just Tom and Jerry, the cat or the mouse.
I'm for the mouse. I'm for Jerry because you know what? Jerry always finds a way out. Okay, he bamboozles that cat all the time. Good for Jerry. All right, small but mighty. But Tom, he keeps Tom on his toes. So I'm gonna go for Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry is a pest.
He's a little pest.
Literally, because he is a mouse.
He literally is literally a pest.
He's a pest. I see it as Tom just trying to chill all the time.
Right, that's true.
And here comes Jerry messing around, playing around.
That's true.
Yeah. But I like Jerry too.
Yeah.
I like his uncle too.
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh my gosh.
So, second question.
Okay.
Arroz blanco o arroz con gandules?
Oh man. Okay, this is so funny because literally me and my boyfriend, we were at Bandera yesterday. And we were getting a combo platter, right? At one of the kioscos. And I asked him, I was like, oh, babe, you want arroz con gandules or arroz blanco? He's an arroz blanco. I'm arroz con gandules. I love arroz con gandules. If you're going to give me arroz blanco con arroz con gandules, I'm going to go for arroz con gandules.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the blanco, and there's a reason for that.
Okay.
Because we can put the egg on top of it.
Okay. Yes. Old school. Real old school. Yes. And here's the thing. I love arroz blanco. I do. And I like habichuela, but there's just something about, because I make my arroz con gandules like with olives and all of that. I just love the flavor of it. I love the flavor of arroz con gandules.
So you also cook?
I do cook.
Not only a businesswoman, but you also cook.
I like to cook.
Let's
yes,
go.
I do.
Let's
yes.
go.
Yeah, I make a good pastelón.
Pastelón.
Yes, I make a good. My arroz con gandules is good. So I do like to cook. I don't do it as often as I'd like, but I do love to cook. I get that. My father was a great cook. My grandmother was a great cook. So that love of cooking in the kitchen and that definitely comes from my grandmother and my father. So I really enjoy cooking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So R&B or hip hop?
Oh, I like them both. This is really hard. If I'm gonna go for one, it's R&B. Yeah, R&B. I mean, it's just the like, as cliche, the rhythm behind it, you know. And I guess like R&B, it can be as versatile as you want, you know. Like I think it can be a bit more versatile than as much. And I love hip hop. Don't get me wrong. I love hip hop music. But I think just like R&B is a bit more soulful, a bit more, you know. So I think, you know, as me, like I'm a deep person, so I just love like anywhere where I can create like you know, just that emotion, that emotive tie. Yes. So it's gonna be the R&B for me. Yeah.
So you picked R&B.
Yes.
What singer? Or group?
Or group, R&B. Let's see. Boyz II Men, you know. Okay. Yeah, like old school.
That's your era.
Yeah, right. That's my era. Exactly. So Boyz II Men, you know. I'm trying to think who else, like female-wise, like more recent. You know who I really like now this day? Coco Jones. Do you know who Coco?
I am so bad because I don't.
It's
know
okay.
I probably heard her, but I don't know.
Oh, I love her. She does this like it's called Here We Go, and she does a song and she covers it from a Twister, you know, celebrity overnight.
This is the part I say sing it.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
You said you could. I told you maybe later on.
And I love this song. It's like, oh, I was not prepared for this, Los. I was not prepared for this. How does it go? I'm trying to remember the lyrics of it. She goes, it's, oh my gosh, I'm remembering. Okay, can I come back to this? Let me come back to this. Please, I'll come back to this. Or I'll think of another song.
Gregory, remind me to come back to this before.
Or Keisha Cole. You know, I love Keisha Cole.
I want to hear who this Coco girl is.
You don't know who Coco Jones is?
I don't. I have to find out.
Oh my gosh, no, she's bad.
Because I love R&B.
Yeah, no, she's great. Yeah. She's definitely like a newer artist. You know, like Tyla. Yeah. You know, make me sweat, make me harder. You know her. She's cute. Who else? Ella May. I like Ella May. ELLMAI.
I'm such an old school head.
It's all right. I get it.
I'm a Jill Scott
totally
kind of guy.
No, that's
Erykah
fair.
Badu.
I mean, Erykah Badu, of course. Jill Scott. I love me some Jill Scott. I love Jill Scott. So, you know, so that's like my vibe. Alicia's not really, I mean, could you consider Alicia R&B?
Her beginnings, her first
right?
stuff.
Yeah. So I'm an Alicia girl, you know. So yeah, so that's my vibe. Mary J. Of course. The Queen, absolutely. So yeah, So those are some of my girls in the R&B scene. So yeah.
Right. Salsa or merengue?
Salsa.
Okay.
And I love merengue, but if I'm gonna choose, it's gonna be salsa for me.
Why?
My father is a salsero. Was a salsero, is a salsero. My father, he was a flautist, actually, self-taught flautist.
I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
Flautista. He used to, he self-taught. He taught himself to play the flute.
Okay.
And, you know, like salsa growing up, I mean, I listened to El Gran Combo, Eli Palmieri, who just recently passed away, Tito Puente. That's more Latin jazz, more Latin mambo, right? But like so many of the greats, right? I love Gilberto Santa Rosa, obviously more modern Marc Anthony, Hector Lavoe, like all the Fania people, right?
Yeah.
So I know my stuff.
It's in your roots.
It is in my roots.
It's in you. Your father did a good job.
He did a great, yes. My father, I mean, incredible musician. My father and my uncles, like everyone on my dad's side of the family, we either sing or we play an instrument. So music is in us. My grandfather, he was a guitarist. Okay. And I don't know if you know, like old school, like Yomo Toro. I don't know if you know.
No, I don't.
So a guitarista, my grandfather had played with Yomo Toro. So I mean, music is so deeply embedded in my roots, and I love music. So salsa, it's always gonna be salsa, and I love to dance salsa. I'm a salsera. 1,000, like hands down, without question, salsa for me.
Okay. Supergirl or Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman.
That was fast. Why?
Because I mean, I love who Wonder Woman represents. She is a she's royalty, right? But she's like so bad, you know, like she's and her like her morals, like what she stands on, right? Like she has that lasso of truth, you know, you know, and the strength that comes out of it, but the grace that's behind. Wonder Woman as well. And she's a woman, you know, like Supergirl, I think, yeah, like, you know, why not? You know, she's, you know, that's for a younger, you know, crowd, right? Or younger generation. But I just love the morals that Wonder Woman represents. And yeah, that's her, hands down.
Also, that leads me to this next question.
Okay.
Old Testament or New Testament?
Oh, wow. That's...
And by the way, it's a trick question.
I mean, this is a trick question. Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness. Both? Can I say both?
That's a trick
all right,
question.
that's the good. All right, I got that question.
It's both.
It's both, right? I mean, it's both. I mean, you know, Old Testament, you know, my goodness, we learn so much of who God is, right? And just like it lays the stage and the foundation, right, of the coming of Christ, right? And when Jesus comes, right, and we learn, right? We see the life of Jesus, you know, we learn from Jesus, right? And ultimately his death and resurrection, and Jesus is the one to fulfill. He fulfills all the laws and the prophecies in the Old Testament, right? So, I mean, you can't have the New Testament without the Old Testament, right? And all the stories that come about of it. You know, as a woman, right, I resonate so much to the stories of like Esther, right? Ruth, right? Women in the Bible that, you know, just were such powerful women of faith. And Deborah as a judge, right? You know, just you, and I mean, my gosh, we have the Psalms from David, my goodness, you know, just so much goodness that comes out of the Old Testament, right? That, I mean, again, all the prophecies of Isaiah, right? That were fulfilled, that Jesus Christ fulfilled, right? So, yeah, that's
good stuff.
Amen. I know my word. I know my Bible.
But we're coming back to let's sing.
All right. Let me think of a good song. Let's see. Let's think of a song. One within my range. One that I'm not like going too high here. Let's see. You give me a song, Lois.
I'm gonna let you think about it. So we're gonna go to the next one.
All right.
Okay?
All right. Sounds good.
So, Chicago Bears or Green Bay Packers, and why?
Okay. Well, I don't.
Big boy on this one.
I don't really watch football like that, though.
Oh, but your future husband will.
You know what? He's actually not big into football either.
Uh-oh.
So so we're like big baseball people. Okay. When we first met, he asked me. So if you were to ask me Cubs and Sox, that would have been a whole different.
That's the next one.
Okay. All right. So I'll go for the Bears because that's Chicago.
Okay.
I'm gonna represent Chicago.
You shouldn't do that because they suck.
I know they suck, but you know, I mean, I was just having this conversation with him yesterday. Like, you know, we need to get it together. Chicago needs to get it together.
You should have been there on Friday.
I was there on Friday.
You were there on Friday?
I was there. I got the videos. I was there on Friday. Okay. He bought the
Did you get the jersey?
Oh, I didn't. We missed the jersey.
Me too.
I wanted the jersey so bad. I was like, you know what's so funny? I went for Mexican Heritage Night last year.
It's coming up again. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
that's wonderful. That was last year.
I love that, you know, and listen, I'm saying like, I mean, I have a lot of friends that are Mexican, you know, and I love the Mexican culture, you know. But as a Puerto Rican, like how dope that the White Sox did that Puerto Rican Heritage Night, you know? So, I mean, my boyfriend, I mean, he bought these tickets before we even got together. So he's a big Yankees fan. Like yeah.
That's why I rock. That's why the only reason I was there.
Okay, you know. So here's the thing. Obviously, I'm from Chicago, right? I'm a Sox girl. Okay. I'm not a girl. I don't rock with the Cubs. Sorry, everyone who's watching that's a Cubs fan. I don't like. Listen. I love that they won in 2016. So happy for them. Listen, even if the Cubs are not doing or the Sox are not, like, I'm still. That's loyalty.
Yes, okay? You like pain and suffering. Go ahead.
Listen, you know, Jesus walked the road of pain and suffering. Okay, so you know, we're just we're one with his sufferings here. Okay. You know, but listen, I guess also too, my dad was like more of a Sox fan growing up, so I have more of that affinity. But my second team is the Yankees. I love the Yankees. I love
American team.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got the most rings.
Right? Yes. You know, that's a winning team right there. Yes, that's a winning team.
And we're supposed to surround ourselves with winners.
That's right.
Not losers like the Sox and the Bears.
Right. Exactly. I mean, are the Cubs? I mean, I haven't really been keeping up with
baseball. The Cubs are doing a little bit better.
You see, but are they doing that much better though? No. You see, so mira, they're all. You know, that's what I'm saying.
I'm liking you. I'm liking you right now.
Listen, I got sass. All right. Hey, I'm from Humboldt Park. Don't play with me, Carlos, okay? Don't play with me.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, my goodness. But, yeah.
So, good Lord. Like, we can't go to the last one. I got to, okay, I'll do one to Liz because Liz is not here. In honor of Liz because she's not here.
Okay.
Hawaii?
Okay. Or
Dubai?
Oh. Wow, that's a good question. This is so hard because I love tropical climates, obviously being Puerto Rican, you know, and like even Honduras has a lot of beautiful beaches and all of that, right? Dubai is very opulent, right? Very, you know, it's very, I mean, I have not been, but I have like friends that have gone and, you know, it's something out of this world. It's its own other world, you know? Yeah. I'm going to say Dubai.
Okay.
I'm going to say Dubai.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like it's a little pretentious. Yeah. You know what? I really want to go to Abu Dhabi. That's where I want to go. That's where I want to go. Yeah, like the Emirates, it's still the Emirates, you know?
It might be, you know, wedding.
I mean, you know, hey, you're speaking it into existence, you know. I want to go to Europe. That's where I want to go. I still haven't been to like Spain. I want to go to.
That's my favorite place in the world.
Really?
Is where I'm going to retire.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, 4 more years, I'm out of here.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Well, we'll get together. We'll have some sangria in Spain. You know, some vino tinto. You know, some paella. And
so when you go into Spain,
yes,
go to Barcelona, of course.
Yes,
but Barcelona is like Walt Disney World for adults.
Okay, right? Yeah.
So you're gonna see all the beautiful pictures and buildings and whatnot and arts. But if you want to chill, real nice, laid back, not too expensive, Magala. So it's southern Spain.
Yes. I've heard Malaga, right?
Malaga. You said it right. I always said Magala.
It's okay.
If you look at it, it's
Magala, right? Yes, but yes.
Okay.
Oh my, yeah. That's a place that I have to go to. Yeah. Have you ever done your ancestry?
I have not, and I have it sitting on top of my desk.
Okay, so I've done it, and people, you know, I know some people can get kind of like leery with, you know, that stuff, but I did it like a while ago. So, I mean, obviously, you know, being Latinos, right? Like. We have a lot of Spanish ancestry, Indian ancestry, you know, Native American, right? African ancestry, right? So a lot of my ancestry comes from the Iberian Peninsula. So I have a lot of Spaniard and Portuguese, actually. So I would love to, I would love to. So I really want to go because, you know, so much of my ancestry comes from Spain and Portugal, you know?
Definitely go.
I gotta go. Yeah.
Beautiful. I proposed to my wife in Catalonia.
Oh, that's beautiful.
On top of St. Thomas.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. That's beautiful. So
it was funny too because she was mad at me.
Why was she mad at you?
Because it takes a while to get up there.
Okay, so you I mean, it was worth it at the end. You proposed to her.
Argued the whole time going up, and I'm thinking, am I about to propose to this woman? We're arguing the whole hour going up. We're huffing and puffing going up trying to get up there. And I get up there and I'm like, God, and he's like, boy, you already got up here, so hurry up. So when I proposed, she was looking around and I proposed to her. I had somebody, a European woman, I was like, hey, grab my phone and record it. So she's like upset, like this, looking around, looking at the scenery.
Now you brought me all the way up here, over here to,
so I'm on my knees when she turns around.
Oh my
and she's
gosh.
Like, I know she was about to say, what are you doing?
Wow.
But she did the whole.
Oh my gosh, all of that, you know. That's beautiful. Yeah. That's beautiful. Wow. I love that. Yeah. How many years have you been married?
Only 5 years.
Okay.
Only 5 years. We've been together 9.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Years, my goodness. To many more. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh,
but
wow.
definitely, dude, even if you're not being proposed over there, Spain it's a beautiful place to visit. I would love
to go.
A lot of art.
Yes.
And I love it.
Yes. Good to know. Yeah, that's on the bucket list. Hopefully one day soon.
In Barcelona, make sure you go to La Sagrada Familia.
La Sagrada Familia, yes.
They've been built since 1887, I believe.
Why is that taking so long to build?
Well, they had the Spanish-American War.
Okay, right, yes.
Which knocked down a lot of it, so they had to rebuild it.
Okay.
And now COVID, they were supposed to finish in 2023, but then COVID messed that up.
I see.
They stopped doing construction.
Okay.
Now they're supposed to, I just talked to my friend because I have friends in Spain now.
Okay,
so, and I love it because I don't have to stay in hotels no more.
Right, you got 100%.
And my friend,
I have a good girlfriend. Not to interrupt you. She just moved to Italy, so I'm like, okay,
that's what I'm about.
There you go. Yes.
My friend Jesus.
Yeah.
He lives right across the street from La Sagrada Familia.
Wow.
So his balcony. Shout out to Jesus if he's watching. His balcony faces it.
Okay.
So
okay.
when I'm with him, I walk out there with my cafecito in the morning and his dog, Tatu. And we just sit down and we look at the
That's
sun.
beautiful.
Yeah.
No, I hear so many beautiful things about Spain. So, yeah, one day for sure.
Yeah.
I love it.
Definitely go. Okay.
All right.
Here's the number one question.
All right.
You have to answer this one correctly.
Okay.
Or have to answer this one correctly.
Okay. The pressure is on.
Yeah, it's all on you. It's preference. So, Superman or Batman? That's not the one.
Oh.
But Superman or Batman?
Oh my God, this is so hard. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to say Batman. I really like Batman. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this going to be... But I really do. I mean, Superman is incredible. Obviously, he is like the superhero of superheroes, right? Yeah. But Batman, I mean, think about it. He's an everyday citizen billionaire, you know? But he's, you know, he doesn't have any powers like Superman, you know? But this dude still... you know, gets the job done. Just, but like, even though he is 100% human, you know? Yeah, he's rich, you know, but still, that's like pretty cool. Like, despite not having any powers, he's still a superhero. Yeah. And that's cool.
Yeah. It's not the money or the voice.
It's not the money. It really isn't the money.
It's not the voice.
It's, you know what, the voice, you know, it helps a little bit. No, I'm kidding. No, but no, I really do admire. And when I think about it, you know, obviously there's been a lot of Superman movies, a lot of Batman movies, right? Yeah. I really like the Batman movies a lot. Yeah.
They're actually better.
Right?
I'm a Superman guy.
You're Superman. Okay.
For one reason.
Okay.
Because the Bible says we're not from this world.
Oh.
And Superman is not from this world.
Amen. That is true. That is true. Yes.
But
wow, you got me there.
But the Batman movies are better.
So we can, you know, we can find some common ground there. That's true. They are better. You know, they are. So, but yeah. Did you like the recent Superman movie?
I have not seen it
Okay.
yet.
All right. Then I
Been
won't.
wanting to.
Okay. I've heard mixed reviews.
I heard great reviews. I heard it's a family. It's a family.
It is more of a family. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep, it is more of a family film. I did like it. I did like it. I know some people that were like, they liked more of like the kind of more rigid, more, you know, but I really like this movie. So since you're a fan, I'm sure you'll like it.
They wanted Batman and Superman.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, or
Dark Knight.
I think it's like the Zack Snyder cut or something like that, you know, so that more of that like dark, you know, which I get, but every director has its own vision. They have their own vision, you know,
That's right.
but I think you'll like it. It's good. It's a good movie.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now you ready for the real question?
All right.
Real last question.
I thought that was...
It was, and I forgot about Batman.
All right. Okay.
Batman, Superman, yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm kind of dark. Let me fix that. You ready?
I think, yeah. I think.
This is intense right now.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm like all the faces and all of that. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay.
Chicago pizza or New York pizza?
No, Chicago pizza. Come on.
Why?
I mean, Chicago pizza, I feel like we have more variety. Chicago pizza. New York pizza is good. I've had it. I've had Joe's Pizza. Okay. And Joe's is good. Don't get me wrong. You got the nice, the slice, you know. I'm not mad at that. But like if I want to get like a good like thin crust, you know, my pizza's a sausage, green pepper, onion, you know, like extra sauce, you know, that's my pizza go-to. I like a good thin crust. I like a good authentic, you know, with the squares. And I'm gonna have my RC on the side.
Okay, you're going old school. Come on, girl.
Come on now. Okay, like that's what it is.
That's a Chicagoan right there.
That's a Chicagoan. I'm a Chicagoan. Okay, don't let this blazer and these high heels fool you. I'm a Chicagoan. Okay.
She got her Jordans in the car.
Oh no!
What?
You know what? I don't own a pair of Jordans. I don't own a pair of Jordans.
Boyfriend, look at me. Boyfriend. She's a pair of Jordans, puppy. Come on now.
He's not really a sneakerhead either, but you know, I don't mind. I could rock it. I know I could rock it. But no, I'm gonna say, well, I'm being a Chicagoan, I have to go with Chicago pizza.
So now, from where?
Oh, okay. So back in the day, we used to order from John's Pizza.
Everybody says John.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Entrepreneurs say Batman.
Uh-huh.
And everybody, when pizza comes around,
John's Pizza.
John's Pizza.
That's Chicago.
Yeah.
That is Chicago right there on Fullerton, or like Western,
Western,
and
yeah.
that was our spot back in the day.
I actually used to work for them. I used to deliver pizza.
No way! Oh,
Yeah.
I loved it on the inside, like the old school, like
seating, yeah.
the seating. Like you just felt like you were transported. You were in the 50s,
Yeah.
you know, like mob stuff. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like old school Italian. Like I loved it. I loved it. That's old school, you know? So it was John's back in you know, you're going to laugh at me right now.
I might.
I even remember the telephone number. My dad would be like, Samantha, what's the number to John's Pizza?
Tell them the number for people to see.
773-384-1755. Okay, people are gonna be like, wow, you know,
She likes that pizza.
She really liked that pizza. But no, I mean, like, you know, back when we used to have landlines, right? So. But no, we would order from John's all the time. So now that I live on the south side, because or southwest side rather, my now, because John's is no more, you know,
Gone.
it's gone. It's gone, unfortunately. Now I really like Phil's Pizza in Bridgeport.
Phil's Pizza.
Yes.
I think it's the first time I hear
very
Phil's Pizza.
very similar to John's. It really, that's that old school, authentic Chicago style, like very similar to John's. I feel like that's like the John's of the south side. In Bridgeport, the southwest side, Phil's Pizza, delicious pizza.
Okay.
Hands down, I order from Phil's. I love Phil's.
And because my co-host is not here today, have you ever heard of a place called Natty's Pizza?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Oh, wow, Liz.
I've heard of Natty's, yeah.
Have you heard of it? Have you tasted it?
I haven't tasted it, but I've heard of
You've
it.
heard of
Yeah, I see the sign and
signage.
stuff. Yeah.
So you see it on the south side somewhere, right?
I'm sure I have.
Do you see any like body chalks on the floor?
No.
I heard it was a real bad thing.
Oh my.
All right, Liz. I'll let you go.
Oh my
favorite
God,
place
you're playing too
Yeah,
much.
Liz knows I'm gonna get her. She knows I'm gonna get her.
Oh my gosh.
We go back and forth. Her favorite place is
Natty's? Okay.
My favorite place is Pequod's.
Okay, Pequod's, yes.
Have you had Pequod's?
I love Pequod's.
Yeah.
Come on, that's another Chicago staple.
Yeah.
You know, we were driving down Clybourne. They ship nationwide now. Do you know that?
Pequod's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, good for them. No, I mean that's the best deep dish that I love. Like Luminati's is great, but Pequod's. It's Pequod's. 100%.
Yeah.
That is deep dish pizza.
I've been going there since I was 13 years old.
You know what? I'm gonna spin the tables on you right now.
Okay.
Actually.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Let's do this.
Okay. Luminati's or Giordano's?
Neither.
But if you had to pick one.
Pequod's. I don't like either.
Okay, that's fair. But if you had to, if Pequod's wasn't even part
Father
of the,
and son.
it's not even around anymore, Los. Okay, no, Father and Son was good stuff
I actually
too.
had both pizzas, and both times I went, I didn't like it.
Really,
Yeah.
I like Giordano's
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
I like Giordano's.
My wife likes Giordano's.
Yeah, that's but
I'm a straight Pequod's guy. I'm gonna eat pizza.
I get it. All right,
It's gonna be Pequod's.
I totally get it. But yeah.
So
okay.
We're gonna come right back with Samantha, and we're gonna find out a little bit more about her. We're gonna go dive deep a little bit.
All right.
All right. Let's go.
All right.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Los LOS from the Flavor Podcast. Yo, I want to talk to you about Exact Services. These are handyman that came to my rental apartment and they gave it a whole makeover. They painted, they patched up the holes in the walls, they fixed a faucet, they did the floors, they even put new screens on my windows. Y'all got to call these guys at 312-860-4225, 312-860-4225, and remember, you have flavor. What's up? We're back. We are back, and it's your boy Los LOS from the Flavor Podcast. Liz is not here today, but she'll be back next week. Who we have in front of us is our guest, and she goes by the name of Samantha Alvarez. What's up, Samantha?
Hello.
Once again.
Hi, Los.
So, Samantha, the last segment that we had before commercial break, I asked you to sing, and you said you had something for me.
I have something now.
All right.
Okay, so you know Donna Summer, right?
Absolutely.
All right, I love Donna Summer.
Uh-huh.
So one of my favorite songs from her is On the Radio, actually.
Uh-huh.
And I, you know who covers?
it.
Yes,
I
you know
remember.
who does a really good cover of that?
Who?
Selena.
She does.
She does a disco medley.
Okay.
And she does like all like the disco hits and stuff, and then she sings On the Radio, and that's like it's the end of her disco medley, and it's my favorite part of the medley, and I just love On the Radio by Donna Summer. So I'll sing the intro for you.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the Flava table for the first time. And check this out.
Oh, boy.
This is the first interview on this new table. On this new table.
Oh, my goodness, the pressure.
And Samantha Alvarez is going to belt some good music, a good tone.
All right.
Some Donna Summers.
Some Donna Summer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Alvarez.
Thank you. All right. Someone found the letter you wrote me on the radio. A little shaky. And it told the world just how you felt. It must have fallen out of a hole in your old brown overcoat. It never said your name, but I knew just who they meant. Oh, I was so surprised and shocked, and I wondered too if by chance you heard it for yourself. I'd never told a soul just how I've been feeling over you. But they said it real loud. They said it on the air, on the radio. Ooh, on the radio. A little choppy. I'm a little nervous. That's not too bad. It's not my best work, but you know, I can hold a tune. I can hold a tune.
They can see me before and they're like, I'm not.
Oh my God.
Okay.
It's, you could like, not auto tune it, but just polish it up a little bit more.
Oh, you're gonna see what I'm gonna do.
Oh boy, I'm nervous, but I like to carry a tune, so yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, got a question for you.
All right.
Who was Samantha at 5 years old?
Oh, Samantha at 5 years old was a little girl full of so many dreams, full of sunshine and light and just beautiful smile, and just a little girl full of hopes and dreams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was Samantha at 10 years old?
Samantha at 10 years old was a spunky girl. It's so funny when I think back on like who I was in grammar school and stuff. People would be like, "Oh, you're so bossy, Samantha." Like I would get that. But like I was very like confident, very assured of myself, goofy, really silly, funny. A little bossy, but just but always like really sweet and respectful. But like when I think about it, like spunky, very spunky.
Okay. Kind of bossy because you're the oldest.
Yeah, 100%. That comes from being the eldest, having all that responsibility put on me. So yes, that bossiness definitely does come from that, being the eldest daughter. So yes,
your brother and sister is watching right now, saying, "Yep,
yes." That's they're like, yeah, we know exactly where that comes from. Without question.
Mm-hmm. So at 10 years old, you were at what school? Grammar school?
De Diego, in Jose de Diego.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Do you remember your teacher at that time?
Oh, I think I was in third grade at the time. Yeah, 10 years old. Yeah, I do remember her. She was a wonderful teacher. Miss Lagoki was her name.
Okay.
She's a beautiful teacher. Very funny, very lively, beautiful teacher. I remember her. If she's, God bless you, Miss Lagoki. You were a wonderful teacher.
Awesome.
Yeah.
15,
Samantha. That's, little, I don't want to say boy crazy, probably my cousins and my aunts, they might differ, but that's when boys started coming around, and definitely wish I didn't, entertain some of that at that age, So, definitely got sidetracked by boys. But Samantha at 15, I was dealing with kind of like a heartbreak, I guess you could say, but like, just trying to like figure myself out, and Samantha at 15, I wouldn't say that I was the happiest, but I wasn't like, it wasn't a rough age, but I wasn't like, oh my gosh, so like full of life, like it was it was okay. I was all right at 15. I was a sophomore in high school. So just trying to get my stuff together. My freshman year was rough. I had a rough freshman year at Lane. Yeah, because of a boy. So I'm like trying to get myself back on track.
That boy really got you. Right?
Yeah,
He got to your
unfortunately.
heart.
He got to me. He got to my heart and mind, I would say, you know, and, you know, it took me time to really get back on track and stuff, you know, and so, you know. We got there. We got there. So
You got over the hump.
I got over it. Yeah. I got over it eventually.
So I usually hit 20, but I'm gonna say 17.
17?
Yes.
So that was my senior year. It was a good year, but it was a very hard year too.
Why is that?
I think that was the year that my trauma, like a lot of my trauma, like came about. So I went through a really significant trauma break in like my family, and I had a lot going on that year, just mentally, emotionally. A lot of family stuff happened during that year. So it was a good year, but it was a very hard year for my family. And that's where a lot of my trauma began to happen, unfortunately. And, you know, it was my senior year. I did my best, you know, that I could. And, you know, I went to prom, you know, and I had a really great prom experience with friends. I actually went with my my cousin's now wife, so she was, you know, one of my good girlfriends. Okay. So I went with a girlfriend, and I had good memories, you know, but it was still very hard, just with the things that I was dealing with internally in my family at the time, and so, you know. Went through domestic violence at home. So, you know, that's where a lot of that really started happening during my teen years.
Domestic violence towards you, or?
Yeah, towards me, in my family specifically. You know, it was just kind of my mom, my siblings, and I. We were just in a really rough spot, you know, just with my family. You know, just a lot of anger, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain. That happened, and it took a lot of time. You know, it took a lot of time to undo that. You know, and things that I feel like I still to this day like I am healing from. You know, and like letting go of. You know, when you're in a home that's a lot of toxicity, a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming, a lot of fighting, a lot of violence. You know, mental, verbal. You know, physical abuse sometimes. You know, like that's. You know, it's in these, I feel like, you know, there are so many resources now these days, right?
I was going to get there because we didn't have that back then.
No.
We don't have what we have now.
Exactly.
Where I could just go to Coffee Hip Hop Mental Health Cafe.
That's right.
On Belmont.
Yeah.
And there's a therapist in there for me.
That's right.
You know, or Chris is there, the owner, to talk to me.
Yes.
Back then, we didn't have places like that. So
that's right.
How did you deal with it back then?
So, you know, graduated high school. I went straight to college. So I graduated from Northeastern Illinois University. So got my bachelor's degree in social work from Northeastern. It took me 8 years, but I finished it. But I did that. So, you know, I went straight into college. But it was really hard because I was still living in it. You know, I was still living in it. I was still living, you know, it was like this roller coaster of emotions, right? Like dealing with my father, you know, and just the roller coaster of what that was, you know. This is not something that I really share because it's really hard because I believe in the power of forgiveness, you know, and you know, this is really vulnerable because these are things that I really don't share about, like my history and stuff. But, you know, I had to put a restraining order against my father, you know, and that is a very difficult thing, you know, for a daughter to have to do that against their own father.
It is because you before we spoke right now, you spoke so highly of him.
Yeah.
So there's true love towards your father.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, some, you know, younger me would have hated to admit this, but in so many ways, I feel like I have my father's spirit in so many ways. His extrovertedness, you know, my father was a very lively person, very life of the party, you know, again, super talented, but he had his demons. His demons. Yeah, he had his demons. And, you know, things that were definitely generational, right? It had to come from somewhere, right? So a lot of trauma, right? And I'm not the only person that, you know, especially in households, you know, in Latina households, African American, Black, you know, we experience so much of this, you know, violence within our own communities, right? And, these are these generational strongholds, right, that a lot of, our Black and brown people experience. And in my family, I experienced that. Yeah. And again, I love my father, so much love from my father.
Definitely tell you do.
Absolutely. But I've experienced a lot of hurt from my father. Mm-hmm. And because of that hurt and pain, that really shaped a lot of how I navigated my relationships romantically, just platonically, how I navigated a lot of my relationships and how I learned, how to work with people, and how I learned not to regulate my emotions. My household was a household of extremes. I had a very explosive father and a very, very meek mother. She was very, very, so it was very hard when, in those moments of violence, right? Like I felt like I was the person in the middle where I felt like I had to stand up. I had to stand up against, I had to stand up against that. So I had to be very strong. I had to be very strong for my mother. I had to be very strong for my siblings, and I had to be strong for myself. And, it's so sad. Like I fighting against my own father, and that was, very difficult, very difficult. Yeah. So it was rough. It was rough. It was rough.
It was good, but it was bad.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So 20 years old.
20 years old. Working. I had my first surgery around that time. I got my gallbladder removed. Horrible. Like it was just
Me too.
Yeah. Like a common surgery, but it was 20 and I'm like, okay, going through that. That was, I think kind of more of the same, going to school. I had to take some time off because of the surgery and stuff. Went through something else traumatic. I worked, I'm getting really vulnerable here.
Like flavor.
Wow. I'm telling my whole life story on here.
You're inspiring someone right now.
Thank you. Thank you for that reminder. Mm-hmm. Thank you. I worked for a restaurant. Mm-hmm. At the time, I was a hostess. Really great restaurant in the city. And that the owner of the restaurant, one of the owners, he sexually harassed me. Actually, okay. I was sexually harassed. And I didn't know how to advocate for myself then. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how to advocate. I was afraid. It was a familial connection, of how I got that job, and just really looking back, obviously, just toxic dynamics, obviously within the restaurant and within that business itself, but I stood up for myself. I was 19, but that was another significant, part of my story that, I was sexually harassed by this person and I had to stand up to him, mm-hmm. And say, you cannot talk to me like this. Mm-hmm. You cannot speak to me like this. Mm-hmm. And, of course, had I had known now what I knew then, obviously it would be a completely different story. Yeah. And I've forgiven that person, and the people involved. I was a girl, I was a young woman, who was taken advantage of, right? And who was lied on, obviously there's forgiveness, right? I forgive. And I know better, right? Yeah. I know better. And when I have a daughter, empowering her to not allow, a man to speak to her in a way that's disrespectful, in a way that's, that's again, just inappropriate. Thank you. Inappropriate. And, it's very hard. How do you, those are those power imbalances, right? Where, you have a man, right? In power, in my case, right? A man in power, and here I am, a young woman, right? Yeah. And it was a family business, right? So could I go to HR? It was very, 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 very toxic. And I'm grateful that I did stand up for myself, and I left the restaurant, which is what I had to do. But it was something that I had experienced that was very, very terrible, right? But it's so sad. Women experience this so often, right? And again, what we have now is not what we had then, right? So had I had known what I know now, the outcome of that situation would have, I mean, he would be sued. He would be sued, as he should be, because of the inappropriateness, right? He would be charged. He would be charged. Exactly. Yeah. And so, but justice, one day we're all going to give account, and, absolutely. And, I'm not perfect, no one's perfect, right? But there are things that we're all going to give an account to one day. And there's forgiveness, and that person, he's doing well, and God bless him. God bless him.
Let's move on to 25.
25. Ooh, so I was engaged once upon a time.
Oh, really?
I was. Yeah, but it didn't work out. Good guy, it just didn't work out, So, I mean, that happened past 25. But again, so much of this, a lot of that family trauma affected that, which is why, even though I was engaged, thank God I didn't get married, because that would have just set both of us up for failure,
You're bringing that trauma into the relationship?
Yes, 100%. That trauma would have absolutely been brought.
Do you think you're being unfair to him?
Yes, 100% to the both of us. To the both of us, absolutely. It's a good thing that it didn't happen then. It was the most painful thing I had ever gone through in my life. The absolute most painful thing. I was if you could imagine getting your heart broken in a million pieces, that's exactly how I felt, Los. I felt just shattered, completely shattered. That was the most heartbreaking thing I'd ever gone through in my entire life.
Samantha, I'm taking it when you love, you love.
It's very true. Yeah. And I did love him. Very much, And I know he loved me. And of course, it was the most heart-wrenching thing I had ever gone through. Yeah. But in hindsight, it was for the best. It was for the best. And so, that happened. I was 21 going on 22. I was 21 going on 22 when I was very young. And then we broke up when I was 22 going on 23. Very painful. So I was just trying to find my way, just really trying to find my way. I guess fast forward a couple of years later, I met someone else, good guy. Just, we were in a 5-year relationship, didn't work out, a lot of, after my engagement, the breakup of my engagement, because I grew up in the church, right? And I really questioned God. I was like, God, I did everything right. I did everything right. And, I was like, why would you allow this to happen to me? I didn't even, how could you let this happen to me? So that was the beginning of me just drifting away from my faith. And, it just kind of was just a gradual shift away, and got myself into a really bad situation, but praise God, I got out of it, and because of that situation, that really, it was a narcissistic, abusive relationship. Okay. So you see a lot of themes, right, of my personal life story, my personal life journey of, just so much of how my adolescent trauma, right, how much that affected me in my life, and the decisions that I made, specifically with relationships, how much of that trauma really affected me and the choices that I made with the relationships that I made, right? And so we're really fast forwarding now.
I'm tracking.
All good. So I had that 5-year relationship. God bless him. Didn't work out. Then got myself with, another person. And, that was a really, really bad situation, really toxic situation. Met him on the streets,
Okay, he was from the streets already.
He was from the streets already. And here's the thing, I didn't know. I'm going. So
he wasn't from church.
No, not at all. Oh no, okay. The opposite. Like the devil.
Okay.
Now that I see it for what it is, But I mean, from the streets, and I guess I wanted the opposite of what I had.
Was he really cute?
He was attractive, older. He was a lot older than I was, So that's where you see a lot of the daddy issues stem forth, right? My father, he going through a lot of significant like health stuff, you know, at the time. And I felt like this person was in a sense like kind of replacing my father. He reminded me a lot of my father, but not in the good ways, you know? So it felt very familiar. It felt very, very familiar being with this person. And it gave me a sense of comfort. But looking back on it, I'm like, oh my goodness, I remember telling myself when I was in this situation, I told myself, I'm going to end up like my mother.
Wow.
I remember telling myself that, Los, and praise God that I was able to get out of that situation, you know, and again, this theme of domestic violence in my life, right? Having experienced it at home and now at the hands of this person who I was in a relationship with, you know, it started with the name calling. It started with, you know, calling me outside of my name. Then it got gradual where, you know.
To me, that's automatic. That's automatic. Bye-bye.
100%.
And that's what I tell my daughter.
Yes.
Once they disrespect you the first time, they're done.
Yes.
They're done. And if they did and you're still with them, make sure you don't tell me.
Right.
Because that will end that relationship.
100%, as it should be, as it not like, and the fact that I even permitted, and I was very entangled. And when you're in a narcissistic, abusive relationship, it's they play with your mind, and yeah, he had my mind. This man, I had a emotional connection. It's like a chemical bond that you have with this person, and that's what I had with this person, and, you know, the first time, you know, of course, the I'm sorry's, I'll never do it again, like all of that, right? Yeah. Which is so common. It's so prevalent. Like, this is why they call it a cycle of abuse. Yep. Of course, the I'm sorry's and all of that happened, you know, but then reverting back. I didn't know what I knew then because I didn't, again, I never grew up in that environment. But, you know, this man was an alcoholic. He was a drug addict, right? Like, there were things that I didn't realize.
You really got him off the street.
Yes. I mean,
he was really good looking.
I don't even want to give him that.
I know you don't want to admit it.
No. And like, he doesn't even deserve that. But, you know, but yes, I was very attracted to this person. I was very attracted to him.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
You know, that unfortunately that we look at. You know?
Right.
And then later on, we're like, wait a second, this. Yeah, on the outside looks good.
Yeah.
But the inside is rotten.
Rotten. Rotten to his core. Rotten. Rotten person. And, you know, of course, I was already in it, that it was so hard for me to get out of it. And it was, oh, my goodness. It was, I mean, my family, they were afraid for me. They were afraid. They were afraid for me. And
because you wouldn't leave? Or he wouldn't stop chasing?
He would. I think they were afraid for me. They were afraid for my life. I will say this. This man, he had a very bad temper, very, very bad temper, that he could potentially harm me in some ways. And yes, he had that capability. Did it get physical? Absolutely. He absolutely laid his hands on me. You know.
Sorry to happen to you.
Thank you. You know, I mean, it's praise God, I'm out of that. You know, but yes, I mean, again, it got physical, right? And it was so hard for me. I'm gonna get, this is gonna be a little graphic, but I had a cousin who had a dream about me and had a dream that she and my family, that they have found me chopped up in pieces.
Wow.
So, you know, and I don't think, again,
your family was extremely worried about
They were extremely worried about me, and again, had that fear of, to the depths and lengths of this, of how deep this person could have gone had we had gotten. And, you know, I'm the type of person that I don't back down, that I stand up for myself. And, you know, because of those arguments that we would have, it had escalated to being physical, unfortunately.
Both now.
I had to defend myself.
Yeah.
I had to defend myself, unfortunately. So yes, you know, and so again, for one of my cousins to have a dream like that about me could tell you the gravity of how dangerous the situation was with this person. And by the grace of God, one day I was like, enough. I got out, and we were in therapy. We started like couples therapy, but he couldn't take it anymore because, you know, he was being exposed for everything who he was, and he couldn't. Obviously, he couldn't.
He didn't want to deal with himself.
No, not at all. He couldn't deal with himself.
Couldn't deal with his demons.
Not at all. He couldn't deal with his demons. And, you know, I had that foundation. Like I'll never forget. Like, there was one day I was in the shower praying to God, get me out of this. Please get me, because I was so entrenched into this situation, and I praying to God.
There's a soul tie there.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And that took time, Los. That took time. I mean, I felt scathed by that relationship. And women that have gone through narcissistic abuse feel it's a scathe. You feel scathed. I felt like this deep, it's like worse than pain. I don't know how to describe it. I felt so scathed by this person, by this man, if you can call him that, by this person. And it took time. Took therapy. It took a lot of, ups and downs and a lot of healing. And that goes into where I the catalyst for why I started my business. And, I had this idea to start my business during the pandemic. I feel like a lot of people during the pandemic, you see a lot of people starting their own side hustles.
Flavor was birthed in the pandemic.
Right. Yeah. So, a lot of people just, found a lot of their purpose, during the pandemic. And I was one of them. And so I purchased a course for doing ads for small businesses. Right. And I did that. And I was okay, thinking of my business name. And that's where Inspirate came to life. And I thought to myself, because he had this, I was helping him with the business that he was doing because he did security for nightlife and all that stuff, right? Okay. So he started his own security. Yeah, he's a bouncer. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I told myself, I'm if I'm helping this person with his business and he has a fourth of the smarts that I do, I can do this myself. And it was the catalyst for me, Los, to be why am I helping this idiot? Why am I helping him when I can do this myself and build a dream for me?
Let's go.
Yeah. So as horrible and painful and gut-wrenching that experience was, I found purpose in that. I found myself from that, and from that, Inspirate was born. And so I'll never forget. I went on a trip to Colombia, to Medellin, Colombia, with a friend at the time, and we were staying at this hotel. And I saw, and you know what? God is so good. He speaks to me through signs, and I kid you not, Los. I would see in the midst of me, on the verge of me breaking up with this person, I would see signs obey, on license plates. And I'm this is God, that I'm literally seeing this sign. I'm if this is not God telling me to believe and obey and try, I'm okay, these are clear signs. And, we were in Medellin, Colombia, and and outside of our hotel was a sign that said, "Haz que te inspire." Mm-hmm. Do what inspires you, right? And that to me was that's it. That's the sign. And Inspirate is a play on words, which means to inspire and to create. Yeah. So that's Inspirate or Inspírate in Spanish, right? As a nod to my heritage, my being a Latina. And I saw the sign. I was okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start Inspirate. Okay. And from there, 6 months later, I did my first event. It was a women's pop-up event. I co-hosted it with my cousin. She has her own skincare line called Her TLC Skincare. So follow Her TLC. Big shout out to Her TLC Skincare.
Put that plug in.
That's right. Put that plug. Latina owns. Great. Some of the best skincare in the game. Mm-hmm. But I did it with my cousin, and it was a huge success. Okay. Huge success. And from there, I just kept building and building, and then I hosted, and then that's when Inspirate Nights came about. And, huge success with Inspirate Nights. I had phenomenal speakers, incredible partners that came to partner with me at that event, people that came to build with me. I had a wonderful young woman who came alongside me to support me and help me, to plan the event. So big shout out to Jasmine there. And so, I had so many people lock arms with me and come around me to support me. And it was a wild success. And from here, here I am. And, I'm so expectant and looking forward to the next era of Inspirate.
Wait a second. You said, here I am.
Here I am.
Here I am. We were at 25 years old.
I know. Now here we are, fast forwarding to 34.
9 years later.
9 years later.
So when did the change happen when you left this guy that was extremely toxic from the streets?
From the streets. So I'm 34 now. So I was 31.
Okay.
So this happened 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's 2025. So it was late 2022.
You ripped that Band-Aid.
I ripped that Band-Aid. I ripped that Band-Aid and I was like, no more. I'm done. I'm done. And it was hard. It was hard.
How many years were you with him?
A year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, close to a year and a half, So,
Lots can happen in a year and a half.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Yeah. So,
Redemption too.
100%. Absolutely. So it's been, these past 3 years have been years of healing, years of unlearning, undoing, trial and error, failure, picking myself back up again, and just a lot of learning. But in the midst of it, it's been beautiful to see my growth and to see how far I've come and where I'm going. Like and whoever's listening to this, and if you're a woman that you find yourself in a toxic situation, and again, it doesn't have to be as extreme as it is for me, or as it was for me, right? I mean, listen, to your point, the first sign of disrespect is an automatic. There should be no chance.
Red flag that cuts off everything.
100%. There should be no chances after that. But for women that find themselves stuck in a situation with, somebody that does not respect you, that does not treat you or love you the way how you deserve to be loved, someone that, doesn't value you and doesn't, no. Especially now in these days, like, disrespect is not tolerated, and on both parts too, right? Like, it's not, like, yes, unfortunately, women, a lot of women are victims to experience this type of behavior, but men go through it too.
Oh, absolutely.
Men experience it too, right? Absolutely. Verbal, emotional, right? Emasculation. So,
I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you very much.
100.
Guys definitely go through that as well.
Absolutely.
And they find themselves stuck.
Yes.
Or not worthy to have anyone else.
This is
what I got.
Right.
This is all I could get. This is as much love I'm going to have in my life.
That's right. Absolutely. That's what they think. People think like, oh, this is as good as it's going to get. Like, and I get it. This dating pool out there, it's hard. It's hard. There's so much toxicity out here, right? Like, there's, in this day and age, right? Like, you can find things at your fingertips, right? So, like, really finding that genuine, authentic love is so, I feel so bad for people, because I was one of them, I was one of them where I thought, am I ever going to find my person?
The one.
Right, the one. And I get it, but you know what? In Spanish, I'm sure you know this, and I'll translate it. It's very true. Mejor sola or mejor solo que mal acompañada or mal acompañado. Better to be single than to be in bad company.
Yes.
And in the Bible, right, there's a verse, I believe in Proverbs, that says, "Bad company corrupts moral character." I hope I'm saying that right. But
paraphrasing.
Right, exact, right. So, but bad company corrupts, more like good character, right? So, tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are.
Exactly.
You're hanging around people that are doing things that are not going to help you and are not good for you. Then you're going to fall into those traps. You're going to fall into those cycles.
Absolutely. That's why I'm not a Bears fan.
He had to bring it there. But yes, I guess, so it's like, it's who you surround yourself around is going to be such an important factor of your success and how successful you will be. You want to be around people that are going to empower you, that are going to uplift you, that are going to encourage you. Be around people that are smarter than you. Be around people that and it's not in a way to use, right? But be around people so that way you can be the best version of yourself.
I always say this, and not in a bad way, but I always say this. Some of my friends get it, some don't. I want to be the stupid person in the room.
Yeah.
Because I want to learn off of everybody
Exactly.
else. And then I want to take what I learned.
Yes.
To go to those rooms to help out others.
Yes.
And then get myself back into those rooms again and learn more.
Yes.
And we have to do that.
Absolutely.
If we want to see our people level up,
yes.
our black and brown people level up,
That's
this
right.
is what we have to do.
That's right.
And I'm all about that. And I can see you're all about that as well.
1000%. Absolutely.
I want to thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you, Los.
But I want to get into your business.
Okay.
So you do marketing.
Yes. Yes.
Can you drop a nugget for the people that are watching now that are interested in doing some marketing?
Yes.
Can you drop some nuggets to them?
100%.
What would be the first thing you would tell them?
The first thing I would say when it comes to marketing is really defining your message. What is the message that you want to put out to the world? How do you want to portray yourself, your business, right? Your brand, what it is, right? Really, you have to know who you are in order for you to be able to communicate that effectively, right? People connect with people. So if people are going to connect with you, like you want people to connect with you in order for people to connect with your business. So again, people like so much of, again, marketing is relationship building, right? Through means of, however you go about it, whether that's digital, whatever that looks like, right? But you want to be able to create an authentic connection, and for people to feel why, like, this is why you should invest in this product, right? This is why you should invest. How is this going to benefit them? How is this going to change your life? Why do they need it, right? Really defining that, so that way, again, it's not a want, it's a need, it's a necessity, and how your business, how your product, how your service is really going to change their life for the better, or make their life better, right? So really defining those factors when it comes to putting yourself out there is going to be super important. That messaging, that purpose, that why is going to be so important when you market yourself. And when a business defines themselves that way, then that's where you can go on. And there, of course, there goes the creative pieces of content, social media marketing, email marketing, right? Influencer marketing, also search engine optimization, right? All these avenues in which how you market yourself, right? Or how you put yourself out there. But again, you want to create that authentic, genuine connection, so that way people as to why people want to invest in whatever you're trying to promote. So that's advice that I would give to people when it comes to marketing, is really honing in on your why. Why is it that you do, and how is this going to make people's lives change, or make people's lives better? How can you solve a problem?
That's what we're hiring people for, is to solve my problem.
Right. Exactly. Absolutely. So that's what I would recommend.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So how can, if you can look at this camera right here,
yes,
how can people reach you for any services that you do? And tell you one more time, your services that you do give.
Yes. So Inspirate Marketing is a digital marketing, events, and PR firm. And you can find us. We specialize in social media marketing, content marketing, email marketing, again, on the events, fundraisers, brand activations. We do that type of work. And when it comes to PR, communications of all sorts, creating those connections to really get your messaging and your brand out there. You can connect with me, Samantha, via Instagram. My handle is at Inspirate Marketing. Building up my TikTok page as well, so you can also follow on TikTok at Inspirate Marketing. So more content is going to be rolling out that way. And you can also email me at Samantha@inspiratemarketing.com. So those are the best ways to get in touch with me. And let's bring your message come to life. Let's make magic together.
So I would do this, Samantha. I would spell that out for them.
That's fair. I know, because like, Inspirate, how do you spell that?
Because I was doing it in my head, and I'm like, yeah.
How do you spell that? How do you write that? So Inspirate is INSPIRATE. I hope I spelled that right. INSPIRATE. Inspirate Marketing. So that's how you spell it.
Awesome. And I want to say this. With everything that you went through, right? And where you're at now.
Yeah.
That is called something, and it's called victory.
Amen.
That's called, I'm not letting these generational curses hold me down.
That's right.
The chains that you're trying to put on me or were on me are no longer.
That's right.
Nothing is going to hold me back to achieving what the Lord has for me.
Amen.
And as long as you stay focused and obedient you'll get to that mountaintop because you're already on the way up.
That's right. That's right.
So don't let no chains hold you down, girl.
Amen. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. You're doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna do this. Right here. So camera on me. So if you want to see this young lady at the Chicago Podcast Summit this year, all she has to do is say yes. Camera on her.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'd be honored.
Awesome. So she'll be giving information on marketing along with Brett Townsend. I would love for you to be there. I would love for you to share what you have.
Thank you.
And get people to get to know who you are as well.
Thank you so much, Los. I really appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
No problem. So this is your boy Los from the Flava Podcast. And remember, you have flavor.